Hi, I'm Chris Martin. Here we are in the Martin Museum at the Martin Guitar Factory in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. Not that long ago, we made Martin Guitar 2.5 million and Martin Guitar 2.5 million and one. And the theme for both of those guitars was to celebrate the occasion of my family coming to the New World to begin the process of creating the Martin guitar. This is the 190th anniversary of my family's business. On November 6th, the schooner that left Bremen docked in Lower Manhattan. My family stepped off the boat and came to the New World. And I thought, all right, it's not the 200th anniversary. That's a big one. That's 10 years from now. We should do something. We should do something to acknowledge that we've been in business for 190 years. I think we're the oldest continuously operated guitar enterprise on earth. So I thought, what could we do? What could we do? There's something, maybe something that links into something we did in the past. And so I go to my collection of Martin history books, and I said, I remember something, 190, 19. I remember we made a D-19. So it was 1976. I think it was the year I graduated from college. So, working in the summer, graduate, come back to work full time. I don't exactly remember the entire premise of the guitar. At this point, we are beginning to see that the guitar boom that started really in the 50s, thanks to the popularity of folk music, and then was supercharged when folk and folk rock collided, was beginning. It had a good long run, 1955 to the late 1970s. And the company was looking for opportunities. What can we do? We've got the D-18, we've got the D-28. What can we do to maybe excite our customers? And also, what can we do to utilize some spruce that's structurally sound, big enough to make a dreadnought, but is cosmetically challenged? And that's always an issue when you're making a fine guitar is, in the best circumstances, you want every piece of wood to look perfect. But first of all, is it structurally sound? Is it a tone wood? Do you have a good design? Did you build a good guitar? Close your eyes. How does it sound? Wow, it sounds great. Open your eyes. Oh my God, that's hideous. Oh, that's an ugly guitar. How did it sound? Oh, it sounded great. So we've got these spruce tops that nobody liked the look of, but they were fine. And someone, I don't know who, said, remember when we did the D-35? Yeah, we basically took 3 pieces and made a new model. And we upgraded the model. We said, let's make it more than a D-28. So I think that was the feeling is, let's start with a D-18, but make it a little more than a D-18. And we'll use these cosmetically challenged pieces of Sitka spruce, and we'll stain the top. Okay, so I go on Reverb, and I'm on Reverb looking for a D-19. We don't have any in our collection. Shame on us. We actually are looking for one right now. We found a couple in Europe. We may buy one just to have it. Well, there's a D-19. And when I think back on the D-19, it was not terribly successful as a model. It's no longer in our line. It was kind of a one-hit wonder. But when you read the narrative on Reverb, because it wasn't that successful, it has a little bit of a cult following. It's like, okay, this is an obscure Martin model that they didn't make very many of. It's not yet a vintage guitar, so it's not crazy expensive. And I think back to it, I personally was not terribly impressed by the color of the stain we chose for the D-19. And I asked someone, they said, oh, Chris, back then, we just used what we had. So what did we do? We took mahogany stain and applied it to spruce. And when you apply it to mahogany, it works. In my estimation, when we applied it to spruce, I think we could have done better, but so be it. So then I thought, okay, what if on the occasion of our 190th anniversary, if we made a limited edition model to commemorate that, and we reintroduced the D-19 concept and called it a D-19. In this case, instead of Sitka spruce, we had in our collection cosmetically challenged Adirondack spruce tops. Adirondack is hard to get, the trees don't grow as big, and so none of us wanted to get rid of these spruce tops that were perfectly structurally sound, but I don't like the way it looks. Okay, fine. I don't know how you feel about this, but this is what we came up with. So this is actually a piece of Adirondack spruce that we have printed an image of curly or flamed mahogany on. Curly or flamed mahogany is really rare. We have some. We took a picture of one of those, and we took that image and transferred it to the top of this guitar. Full disclosure, this is spruce on the top. It is not mahogany. I don't want to hear from your attorney. I'm telling you the truth. I think it's really cool. You got to check it out. 190th anniversary D-19. There you go.